Welcome back, Dragonborns and shout enthusiasts. Last time we had a shouting match with some monks and officially graduated from High Hrothgar Shouting School. Now our teachers have sent us on a field trip to grab the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Why? Because it is the first step in sneaking our way into the Thalmor Embassy where we can uncover the Diplomatic Immunity achievement. So let's go retrieve that horn, or at least figure out why these monks love sending us to dangerous places. Step 1. Grab the horn. Our destination is Ustengrav, an underground tomb filled with traps, puzzles, and undead. It's located just outside of Morthal, so if you haven't been there yet, congratulations. You're about to discover Skyrim's most mosquito-ridden swamp. Bring boots, and maybe bug spray. Ustengrav has that cozy, abandoned for centuries aesthetic, but don't let the cobwebs fool you. It's crawling with bandits, Draugr, and the occasional fireball trap. Time to clear out this undead Airbnb. As you make your way through Ustengrav, you'll face plenty of Draugr who clearly don't understand the concept of rest in peace. Take them out, grab some loot, and remember, always check for traps. If something looks too easy, it probably wants to kill you. And here we have Skyrim's version of Gym Class, the Whirlwind Sprint Puzzle. You'll see 3 pressure plates that need to be triggered in quick succession. This is where Whirlwind Sprint shines. Equip it, shout, and feel like a Nordic Usain Bolt. Pro tip, save before you try it, or you'll be spending the next 10 minutes climbing back up. Finally, you've reached the inner sanctum, and there it is, the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Except, it's not. Instead, you're greeted by a note. Plot twist, someone beat you here and left a lovely little message saying, "Meet me at the Sleeping Giant Inn in Riverwood." Oh, and if you're wondering how they got past all those traps and Draugr, me too. Skyrim logic, folks. Time to head back to Riverwood. And before you ask, no, the Greybeards don't reimburse travel expenses. Once you're there, head into the Sleeping Giant Inn. Spoiler alert, it's not exactly 5 stars. Surprise! The person behind the note is Delphine, Skyrim's very own conspiracy theorist and part-time innkeeper. She returns the horn, but immediately ropes us into her personal crusade against dragons. Here's the deal. Delphine is convinced, because she is a conspiracy theorist nutjob, that the Thalmor are behind the dragon's return, and she needs you to help her prove it. But first, she wants to take a field trip to Kynes Grove to fight a dragon. Because why gather intel when you can stab things? Step 2. Slaughter another dragon. When you finally reach Kynes Grove, you'll spot Alduin, our favorite dragon overlord, performing his signature necromancy routine. And just like that, the boss of all dragons decides to leave you with his latest recruit. Thanks, buddy. And here comes Salok Nir, freshly resurrected and ready to test your dragon-slaying skills. Remember, dodge fire breath, aim for the head, and don't forget to absorb that dragon soul when you're done. Pro tip, let Delphine take a few hits while you heal. It builds character. Boom, dragon down. You're officially a Dragonborn certified dragon slayer. Again. Delphine will now be fully convinced that you're the real deal. Took her long enough. After the fight, Delphine gives you your next assignment. Infiltrate the Thalmor Embassy to uncover their dragon-related secrets. Back in Riverwood, Delphine lays out the plan. And by plan, I mean she hands you a fake invitation to the Thalmor Embassy and says, figure it out. Thanks for the solid prep, Delphine. Step 3. Spy stuff. Head to Solitude and meet Malborn at the Winking Skeever, Skyrim's go-to spot for sketchy deals. Here's the drill. Hand over your best gear to him for smuggling. Pro tip, don't forget health potions, your favorite weapon, and a good set of armor. And maybe toss in some cheese wheels for luck. Once your gear's taken care of, head to Katla's farm for a quick wardrobe change. Delphine gives you party clothes that scream, "I'm here to mingle, not stab people." Now hop in the carriage and let's crash this Thalmor soiree. Welcome to the Thalmor Embassy. Walk in, flash your invitation, and act like you belong. It's like Skyrim's version of sneaking into a VIP club, except the bouncers are heavily armed elves and the drinks are half strength. Now work the room. chat up the guests, sip some mead, and enjoy the awkward small talk. Your goal is to create a distraction so Malborn can sneak you into the back room. And trust me, this party could use some tea. Time to stir the pot, my personal favorite. Convince Raislan, the drunk guy, to demand more wine. Nothing says distraction like a tipsy elf yelling at the host. While everyone's busy with the chaos, follow Malborn into the kitchen and grab your smuggled gear. Congrats, you're officially in sneaky mode. Now comes the fun part, infiltrating the embassy. Take out guards, loot desks, and gather any juicy Thalmor intel. Remember, stealth is key unless you're caught, in which case unrelenting force is key. Once you've collected all the dirt on the Thalmor, it's time to make a dramatic exit. Sneak out through the embassy's dungeon, fend off some Thalmor guards, and meet up with Delphine back in Riverwood to hand over the documents. And boom, you've just earned the diplomatic immunity achievement. But wait, we aren't quite done yet. Bonus step. Head back to the Greybeards. Remember that horn which you didn't find but eventually got your hands on? It's time to return it to the Greybeards. When you give over the horn, the Greybeards will do a dramatic chant, officially recognize you as the Dragonborn, and teach you the final word of unrelenting force. Congrats! You've now unlocked the power to Fusro Da people off cliffs like a true Dragonborn. But more importantly, you just unlocked a bonus achievement, the Words of Power achievement, for learning all 3 words of the unrelenting force shout. Nice work. If you enjoyed this covert escapade, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and let us know in the comments how you would handle an embassy party. Until next time, keep your dagger hidden, your loot plentiful, and remember, espionage is just a fancy word for snooping with style.